Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC. I have returned to Beauclair after finishing all the remaining points of interest. As you can see, they're all done. There wasn't really anything interesting left, just some monsters' nests and bandit camps and the like, so nothing spectacular. One little interesting detail maybe. The animals at the farm of the hermit that we visited last episode, they all talk. The cow and the cats and the dogs, they all talk. You can't have, a conversation with them, but they all have a line or two to say if you talk to them. So, that's an interesting little detail. But yeah, after that I came back to Beauclair, and we basically only have two things left to do: the Grand Tournament and one contract. But we have been doing secondary quests for quite some time now. I think it's time to continue with the main story. And I'm supposed to meet Anna Henrietta in an alley nearby, because we are looking for the man from Cintra. And he's supposed to be at this masked ball today. So, I guess I'm going to put on my elegant clothing that I have acquired for this occasion. Yeah, let's put on the fancy clothing, and yeah, I guess the gloves have to go. Well, this doesn't look too bad. And I mean, it's going to be a masked ball, right? So, I don't know, maybe I should put on a mask. I actually have several to choose from. I mean, I have this one that I found in a ruin, a harlequin mask. Ceremonial mask, they all look kind of plain. I have the wolf mask that I wore at the last mask ball. I have a bird mask, and I have the rabbit mask. So I think I'm going to wear this. Why not? I'm not sure if the Duchess will approve, but we'll see. Okay, let's go and find the Duchess so we can attend the masked ball.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Maybe you're early. I mean, you came there during the day, and apparently we're supposed to go there in the evening.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
No?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Oh, what a shame. I can't wear the hair mask. Okay, but why do we wear masks at all?
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Okay, well, but I guess it works in our favor here because nobody will recognize us. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Okay, well, what are these performances?
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Okay, well, we're actually only looking for Cecilia Belante.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Okay, well,
Well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
alright. Search the alcoves for a woman with a Kaveri orchid in her hair. Optional, take part in the soiree's entertainments. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that, right? So, what kind of entertainments do you offer? Let's see. Well, there's quite a bit going on here, either way.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
What?
Discover your artistic soul.
Grab some paintballs. Oh, okay, well, let's try this.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to
Throw paintballs to express your inner artist. Why? How? How do I do this anyway? Do I just... Oh, okay, I just throw them like a bomb. Well, yeah.
The sky over Toussaint.
Geralt picked the purple straight off the bat. Alright, yeah, sure, I'm supposed to throw them all apparently. Let's just throw all the color.
Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
What are you talking about?
These hues.
I'm just taking all the colors that are here. There's no meaning to it.
I got it. It's the Soritor.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Okay, so this is what Geralt's soul look like. Alright,
Composition takes shape.
a little bit of green.
Yes,
Let's
it's
put the
your
green at the
theme.
bottom. Why
Lush
not?
and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine. Composition
And
takes
more
shape.
green on the bottom.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
It truly is a masterpiece, I agree. And the red on top.
Gauze, scarlet
Going to be amazing.
crimson oxblood, icy lips, full sensually parted lips. Voila, fin. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
and defiance.
Yes, totally. I mean, the red is the evil, the green is good, and everything in the middle is defiance, right? You totally got my intention. How weird, but kind of fun. Anyway, let's continue to take part in the entertainments. There's a bunch of stuff going on here.
Let's go. You're bored as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the
For example, what's going on here?
What else do they think of? If they can't agree,
What is pull? What am I supposed to pull? Okay, well, that was interesting and kind of pointless. Whatever, I'm going to continue.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay, now I'm slightly drunk, but it's gone already. I'm going to assume that this is actually the main quest. Yeah, I'm sure these are the alcoves, so I'm not going to look there right away. First, there are a few more entertainments for me to
there are a great many.
join.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, he's on a flying carpet. So... Oh! Well... That's pretty.
Ah, how beautiful.
Yeah, I suppose it is kind of beautiful.
The
I mean-
dolphins, that is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Oh! They're actually jumping over the little bridge here. Not bad, Mr. Great Kalesti. You know your handiwork. Anyway, let's continue. Again, we have more alcoves over here. Going to ignore that for now.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Oh, well, then maybe I should release one of the lanterns. This over here?
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Well, it can't hurt, right? We live in a world full of magic. So, apparently that's all the activities I can do on this party. So, let's continue with the main story and let's look for the woman with the Corelli orchid. Okay, we have several alcoves here apparently. But there's no woman in this one.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Well, okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Fragment of the script of a stage play. The Besotted Witcher, François de Valais. Okay, I kind of want to read this. Night thick as mud envelops a dense wood. A full moon hangs in the sky above the trees. Note, scenography must include representation of the full moon. Wolves howl plaintively in the distance. A witcher walks through the woods in careful, measured strides. He wields a silver blade in his hands. Witcher, God's damn it all, the moon is at its fullest. Long have I awaited this night. 3 weeks I have spent in that foul pit, all to catch a lone werewolf. At least the miller's daughter helped me while away the time. In fact, I leave only with a certain sense of regret. Perchance I should take her with me. We hear the snap of breaking behind the witcher. He turns around swiftly, his guard raised. He spies the werewolf. I've got you now, beast. Werewolf arg, furious roar. The werewolf removes its mask. The witcher can see it is the miller's daughter. He is astonished, does not know what to do. Well, what now? Will you kill me? Or perhaps you will take me with you. Well, don't leave me on a cliffhanger. That sounds like an interesting story. Anyway, I'm still looking for a mysterious artist.
Do not disturb! Shoo, shoo!
It's the right flower.
Alright.
Of course it is! A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still! You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Okay, well, that is a lovely portrait, by the way.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but, alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
Well,
I think you may still get your chance.
yeah. Okay, but we're looking for Cecilia Belante. Is it you?
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Okay, fair enough. I think I know what I needed to hear. Alright, use your witcher senses to search the refreshment table. Okay, stop pushing me around, people. You're so rude.
It must be someone famous.
Let's go and
Exception true.
look for some traces of
Would
that
I ever love to
mysterious
meet him?
man.
It's a shame.
Need to bear in mind that neither did you.
Okay, we have some sort of loot.
But your own.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Okay. Someone like you? Okay, what else do we have here? Take the
Color
food.
is but the shadow of deliberations on the
A
next
love letter.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look,
Laura, oh my dearest love, O lone ray of sunshine on the firmament of my life, I shall speak from my heart. For weeks I have been shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom that perhaps you feel for me even one iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathering the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be waiting still had you not appeared at tonight's soiree in the company of that womanizing, carousing, drivel-scribing, pretentious pig named Alphonse de Recide. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill and the well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate at hand at the time. Oh, most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He's as slippery as a viper and twice as venomous. Reject his advances and let me walk hand in hand with you, feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves, yours forever, Fabian.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Treacly refuse.
So, was the writer of that letter trying to warn her of the Cintran men?
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Okay, well, I suppose this is a good lead.
We must throw off the manacles of form.
Let's follow
Beyond the bounds
the scent.
The great one. But he's a dancer.
That's to say, the other one. His brother.
Okay, well, where does this lead? It's really going all over the place. All around the pool.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat
Oh,
higher to me.
there's a door over here.
Relax. Master.
Okay, well, let's have a look behind the door. A bodyguard? Oh,
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
well,
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
yeah, I was just about to suggest maybe she should just reveal her identity and throw some weight around.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
So, have you seen Cecilia Bellante?
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Okay, well,
Quickly, upstairs.
this worked quite well. Oh, I see, the scent is still here. And yeah, I guess the other doors are locked. Oh!
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
But why?
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Okay, well, let's examine this.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
Okay, so why would he kill her? That's kind of weird. Let's see if we can find him.
Tore down the door. Made a platform.
Oh,
Clever. Must be pretty strong, too.
let me see.
Bloody handprint. It's his.
Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Which means, yes, they are
Footprints.
footprints.
Made by soiled boots.
Okay. I will find you.
Must have climbed this ladder.
Oh, this ladder. And I'm assuming
Could
he
still be
went in here.
Need to stay alert.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on here.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Okay, but whoever it was, it's not here anymore.
Bloodstains.
Okay.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Valuable jewel.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle.
Okay. So,
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
did he come here just to steal this and he hooked up with Cecilia because only artists were allowed to get inside here? And once he was inside, he just killed her because he didn't need her anymore? That's pretty cold. Anyway, let's look around further. I see more stuff over here.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Okay, what does that mean? Decorated hunting knife.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Okay, so two people must have been here. One of them our killer, I suppose. And someone else.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Okay, so he left all the other valuables untouched and only went for that jewel, I suppose. Have I seen this already? I probably have. Let me examine this, please. You need to be in a very specific angle.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it.
Okay.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centrian tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Cintrian must have been the flyer.
But I mean, wouldn't his dead body be below then?
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Cintrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Well, I guess that story checks out. Imprudent attacking him. Well, I don't know, she looks pretty tough, but let's say it anyway.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A
I'm sure
hairpin
you
might
do.
look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Okay, well, yeah, I think the thief was after that one jewel, huh?
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Okay, what makes this jewel so important?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Cintrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
You know, the assassin leaving behind a knife with a crest on it is such a trope. I mean, no halfway intelligent assassin would use a knife that has like some sort of mark that can identify him, right? So that's a bit weird. But yeah, tell me about Dintin. I actually know where this place is because I have seen it during my explorations. It's a castle in the northeastern part of the map, but it's guarded and there's no way to get inside, so I only seen it from the outside.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Okay, well, I guess we need to investigate that lead.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
So, what do you think about Oriana?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Something familiar about the drawing. Well, let me know, Geralt.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
I don't know. This person is killing your knight, stealing your wine, stealing your jewels. That is a pattern.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers.
Oh?
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Alright, and you think she may be involved?
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Yeah, I think so too. And why exactly was she banished?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Well, I'm not sure if I can promise it, but I'll do the best I can.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for, Ooh, ages. Literally.
Ages, huh? I see.
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Yep, that's true.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Well, I'll give you the benefit of a doubt. After all, you came here and came out of hiding.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do it your way. So, tell me about Oriana.
Oriana? She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Okay, but I'm guessing she's a vampire, right? So, is it just a coincidence that you're here?
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Like ravens, for example? So yeah, I found out about the blackmailers.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Yeah...
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks. I will need it.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Well, did he tell anything about himself?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Okay, well, fair enough. But yeah, this was an interesting evening.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Okay, so this is going to be my next task. And yeah, here we go. We have finished the quest and now we need to capture the castle. Alright. But yeah, I think the episode is long enough, so I'm going to make a cut here. I guess I will wrap up all my remaining quests before I continue with the main story, because I only have like 2 quests left. So yeah, we are nearing the end, I feel. So let's see how this will continue. But for today, I'm going to say goodbye. So thank you for watching and see you again next time.